This is Jarrod Horak for the runawayhorse.com, and I'm going to do 3 handicapping videos this week. In this video, analysis of the Belmont Oaks, my next video, analysis of the Belmont Derby, and then finally a preview of the Del Mar Summer Meet. If you're interested in bonus free selections, head on over to the runawayhorse.com. On my California and New York pages, I have bonus free stakes picks. If you're interested in a daily free pick each day, head on over to horseracingnation.com. I have a daily best bets blog where I cover one race around the country each day, and that is available each day at horseracingnation.com. If you're interested in my full card analysis this summer from Del Mar, those full cards will begin with the Del Mar Summer Meet on Friday, July 16th. And if you're interested in more details, the different packages that I offer, head on over to therunawayhorse.com for that information. Now in this video, for Saturday, July 10th, 2021, I'm going to do the 7th race from Belmont Park. It's going to be the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks for 3-year-old fillies, and they will be traveling 1.25 miles on the turf course. Number 1 in this race is Lima, and Lima might be the one to catch with Flavien Prat in the irons. She won at Belmont Park last time out at 1 1/8 miles in the Wonder Again Stakes on the turf course, and that day on a good turf course from the inside post, she tracked from that inside post. She took the lead in the stretch, and she held off Plum, who's also in this race, to win by a half length. Now, some of her earlier races, she was able to get out there, control the pace, and go all the way. So I like that early pressing versatility in a race that doesn't seem to have a ton of pace in the paper race. So I expect Flavien Prat has options. He's an outstanding turf rider. He can go from the rail if nobody else goes, or he can just sit there like he did last time and track one of the other horses and try to get first run on the closers. The 2 Cirona is coming in from France, where she was 10th last time out in a Group 1 in a 17-horse field, and that was on June 20th. So she's coming back in less than 3 weeks and traveling from France. Now she did have some success in group races prior to her last. In a Group 1 on May 24th at Longchamp, she finished second by a head. And then in a Group 3 race at 1 mile at that same venue on April 18th, she won that race by a head. So she did show some ability, and then last time she shouldn't be embarrassed. She was 10th, beaten 3 lengths, 17-horse field. But coming back quickly, we're going to kind of see where she fits with these horses. If you like her, you're probably going to get some value. She's 12-1 morning line. The 3 Higher Truth is in for trainer Chad Brown. And Chad Brown's had a lot of success in recent years in the Belmont Oaks. And his filly this year is lightly raced, has some upside, but she's going to have to get faster. Her career debut, she didn't run well at Tampa Bay, but since then, back-to-back victories at 1.25 miles on the turf course at Belmont Park, and she stalked the pace in both of those races. But her speed figures are a bit light, and she's going to have to improve, but there's every reason to believe she could do that, though. She's only run 3 times. She has a nice pedigree to run all day. She already has 2 victories at the course in distance. They paid $643,000 for her, so I would not be surprised if she ran well. Jose Ortiz was aboard for both of her victories, and he's back aboard for this spot. The 4 Spanish Loveaffair. Now, last time out in the Regret Stakes, she battled on the pace. She finished second, beaten 3/4 of a length. Prior to that, Appalachian Stakes at Keeneland. Plum was third that day. She ended up finishing 6th and last in that race. And then before that, Here Comes the Bride Stakes, a Grade 3 at 1 1/16 at Gulfstream Park. She stalked from the inside post. She won that race, but she was taken down, and Lima was placed first through disqualification. Spanish Loveaffair was placed 4th. She's one that has early pressing speed, and I think she should be forwardly placed. Maybe not right on the lead, but she should be within a couple lengths of the lead. The 5 Santa Barbara is your even money favorite, coming in from Ireland for trainer Aidan O'Brien. Now, Aidan O'Brien, I've checked his stats. I think I went all the way back to 2016 or 17 of horses shipping from overseas to the U.S., and he's been struggling in recent years. He has won some races. He's jumped up in sometimes his horses jump up and they do well. He's won the Belmont Oaks, the Belmont Derby before. He's had some success in the Breeders' Cup, but overall, his horses come here, they take a lot of money, and they have underperformed at times. And Santa Barbara, as your even money favorite, is not going to offer any value, but she does have some quality based on that last race, a Group 1 at 1.25 miles at the Corral. She was second, beaten a neck. Now, if she can come back and run that kind of race in her U.S. debut, she certainly would be a threat. But she's coming back pretty quickly. O'Brien's known for bringing horses overseas and then running them back less than 3 weeks rest, and this certainly is the case with this one. She last ran on June 27th, So from June 27th to July 10th, she's coming back within 13 days. So less than 2 weeks after that big effort last time. We'll see if she can reproduce that. If she does, she's a solid contender, but not much value there. The 6th, Nazuna. This one is coming in from Great Britain, where she finished second it was a Group 3 last time out, at a mile and a 16th. Now she began her career, her first 4 career starts were in turf sprints overseas, and then she shipped to Keeneland for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. She finished 10th in that 14-horse field, and then made her 3-year-old seasonal debut last time out in that Group 3, and she finished second. She probably has some upside second after the layoff, just not sure how far she wants to go. The 7, Plum Ali, 7-2 morning line, trainer Christophe Clement. She's 3 for 6 lifetime, and those 3 victories were in her first 3 career starts in turf routes, including the Miss Grillo Stakes at Belmont Park. And she was in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf, and she ended up finishing 5th, beaten less than 5 lengths in that 14-horse field. She made her first start this year in the Appalachian Stakes at Keeneland. That day, she got no pace help, and she finished an even 3rd, beaten a couple lengths. The 2nd place finisher was a next out winner, and then Plum Ali came back in the Wonder Again Stakes against Lima, and from the outside post in that 9-horse field, she tried to go last the first, and she just missed by a half length. A good effort. She was really finishing well late, so maybe this 1.25 mile distance will be to her liking. Joao Rosario did ride her to victory in her career debut, and then he also rode her in her last 3 starts, so he knows her well. Finally, number 8, Gam's Mission, exits a victory in the Grade 3 Regret Stakes. That was her 3rd straight victory after beginning her career with a 2nd place finish in a turf route at Churchill Downs. That was last September. So all 3 starts this year, she won them all. A turf route at a mile and a 16th at Fairgrounds in March, and then on May 8th at Churchill Downs, an entry-level allowance race. She won that one by a neck, and then that 3/4 length victory last time in the Regret Stakes. She can close, she can stalk, but from that outside post, maybe she's going to sit a similar trip that she did in the Regret Stakes last time when she broke from post 7 of 8, and she sat in 5th place, and she was able to rally and get the victory. So we'll see how she can do against this better field from that outside post. So I'll give out my top 4 selections in this race and then wagering strategies. My 4th pick is going to be my live long shot in this race, the 3 Higher Truth for trainer Chad Brown. With his success in this race, the fact that they paid a lot of money for her, and she already has 2 victories at this 1.25 mile distance at Belmont Park under Jose Ortiz. And with some upside, I think that she could be the upsetter in this race. My 3rd choice is going to be number 1, Lima. I think there's a possibility that if nobody else goes, she could steal this race, just get out there, control the pace. Flavien Prat, an excellent turf rider, very good judge of pace, and he's either going to go to the lead. If they let him, he'll be more than happy to just go out there and slow things down and try to take him as far as she can. The 5, Santa Barbara, as I said, your even money favorite. My 2nd choice, classy filly for trainer Aidan O'Brien. Would not be surprised if she ran well, but not going to offer a lot of value. I'm going to go with the 7, Plum Ali, to run these down. I just think she's going to like this distance. She didn't get great setups in either of her 2 races this year. And I don't know that she'll get a great setup in here, but I think that the added distance could be the great equalizer, because last time at a mile and an 1/8, she was really finishing well, and I think maybe this added distance is going to be beneficial to her. So Plum Ali is going to be my top choice in the Belmont Oaks, and we'll make a win wager on Plum Ali, and we'll come back and we'll play exactas. We're going to put Plum Ali in 1st and 2nd, and we're going to use number 1, Lima, number 3, Higher Truth, and then number 5, Santa Barbara in those exactas as well, and those exactas are up on the screen right now. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Make some comments in the comment section. Who do you like in the 2021 edition of the Belmont Oaks? And that will do it for this video. I'll be back in a few minutes, and I'll take a look at the Belmont Derby.